Hello everyone and welcome back to Poetry Surprises. And today I want to delve into the dark regions of the dream. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man down to a sunless sea. Now, the dream itself is something that fascinates everybody, but is quite peculiar and particular to each individual. And as such, as a source material for poetry, it can be a little tricky, simply because it can tend to be so personal that although it seems to have great meaning and import and emotional power and thrust to each individual who experiences the dream, once it's reported outside, it can be little better than a psychoanalyst's playground and not actually carry much meaning in the sense of a work of art. A damsel with a dulcimer in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. So the dream is a great source of poetic inspiration, even if you get too literal, it can become very, very personal and obscure. Now, of course, the surrealists went even further and explored the dream as a very, very direct source of artistic inspiration. But as we know, at times that can get a little arcane and even, if you're not careful, a little bit too clever for its own good. So when using the dream as a source material for your poetry, I think you have to be careful to always bear in mind the person reading it and not always the person feeling it. And all should cry, "Beware, beware, his flashing eyes, his floating hair. Weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed, and drunk the milk of paradise." With that in mind, I'd like to read you a poem which is simply called Dream, which is from my latest collection, Rogue Seed. Dream. Hello, my two companions, you academic, articulate, dull, and piglet, pink and stunted. Tour Scotland's roads, me at the wheel. I have a reprint ed, blue binding, title red. Its message: weird forces have conjured an awful beast. The book proudly bears my name. Our quest leads us to London. By train we travel the suburbs, then go underground. Academic talks, piglet scurries, sniffs and repels. I say we must descend on foot. Find clues I cannot comprehend. Academic morphs into girl guide. Her I prefer, she shows courage. And here in France is the underworld, dark, laid in squares and terraces. We tiptoe marble steps near our goal, aware of your presence. Confident, girl guide and I advance. A balcony, balustrade, fountain lake, sunk in sombre light, shows you. Earth brown, with roots that poke at air. Your dirt and rock belittle me. So solid, so slow, so powerful, You turn, grab and grapple, hurl me high above the formal garden beds. I fly, then fall towards the lake, square and rippled beetle black. Plunge with false but fearless, blithe, smooth as a gannet sleeves cold sea. I sink like lead. Buoyant bubbles rise around me. Like a fish I breathe, swim gently. A glow, a blue above, draws me up. I ask, is this a dream? If dawn has come to blind my eyes, should I wake up? Then, firm from my dark, a voice. You, 11 feet tall. 11 appears. 1 next to 1. Well, that dream poem is reminiscent of the dream poem that I read a while ago about seeing my father in the underworld. They're so gripping when you have them, I think they you have to let them go. You have to let them be themselves. But I noticed in working on this poem, in preparing this talk today, how the dream was coming back yet again and reinvesting itself in me. It's there all the time. It's still going on in the mind, which is fascinating. Fascinating. This narrative is running in the background all the time. Now, before I go, I've got to say a huge thank you to Fiona, who describes herself as the emoji princess and who has been kind enough to donate to my Poetry Surprises channel. Well, it keeps a poet in porridge, doesn't it? So that is very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Fiona. Please subscribe. Please donate. All you out there who love poetry, I'll be back with another Poetry Surprises very soon. But for now, bye-bye.